Well, I'm returning to Nigeria's financial capital, Lagos, tomorrow. So I've got to talk about the market. So wrap up today's edition live from our Abuja studios. So let's go to the marketplace. Lagos is is the home of the securities exchanges and where most of the financial transactions take place. So this is where we are. Let's look at the stock market. 0.5% negative on Tuesday, the day we had the final Monetary Policy Committee meeting for the year. 37,000 is long gone in the water. So we're now 36,600. 12.738 trillion naira. The equities capitalization softened on Tuesday. In terms of volume, the daily, we lost the 12.8 trillion yesterday. Okay, so let's just take that away. Well, that's about 20 billion on the market. But of course, a little bit of a haircut. As you have heard earlier on the program from Ayodeji Ebo, the CEO at Afrinvest Securities, investors are booking some profit. We've done nearly 40% this year, one of the best performing stock markets on the African continent. So, and across the frontier markets. So if you look at the markets getting a little bit choppy towards the Christmas and the New Year period, don't be surprised. Some investors who have keyed into the market earlier in the year are cashing out. So then we had a volume. Look at that. That's a little bit up on track for our daily average. In terms of Naira value, that's also consistent, 3.29 billion. And in terms of deals, we did a lot better than when the market opened up on Monday. Look at where investors are throwing in the sickle and giving the market some haircut. So look at the 5 top sectors, the heavyweights in our market. We have about 26 sector indices in the market, but these are the top 5. So the banks lost 1.22%. Of course, when folks want to take profit, the banks almost always being the first. They are the ones with the heavy liquidity. They got a float, and they're very easy. So 1.22%. The consumer goods lost 0.66%. The industrial goods remain unchanged. And insurance was 0.04% positive. The only very gentle green shoot we had on Tuesday. Oil and gas was down 0.88%. Look at the NASD over-the-counter market, the National Association of Securities Dealers. That's what the NASD stands for. That acronym, anytime you see that, that's the National Association of Securities Dealers. Those are the dealers dealing in unlisted securities. That's why it's called the Unlisted Securities Index. 604.68, 0.1% in the green. 409.21 billion for the capitalization of that very small exchange, just about 2-3 years old. I'll flip that over. Check through the primary trading day for the NASD market. 124,875 listed securities traded for less than 700 million naira in just 6 transactions. Today is the debt management office auctioning 50 billion each of 2 5-year and 10-year reopening. We talked about that yesterday morning, didn't we? We got the results tomorrow. That's at the primary end of the market. That's the November debt auction for Naira paper. The government of Nigeria, in simple language, is borrowing 100 billion for the month of November, separately from all of the borrowings it's doing. That's what the debt management auction actually mean. Via the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange platform, these are the 4 most actively traded Naira bonds on Tuesday, the 2037, which is a long dated, 2027, that's a midterm, and the 2026, January 22nd, and a short dated Naira paper, 15th of July, 2021. You can see investors moving a lot of trading activities into the long end of the market where the yield is, because everyone is thinking, what will the central bank start doing going from hawkish to dovish in 2018? Then, of course, today we have quite a few activities here in Abuja and in Lagos. Of course, today is the final day of the International Aviation Forum. But today, the small or mid-cap brewer, international breweries based in Osun State will be holding some investors discussion around the planned merger, the first in the brewing industry so far in 2017, between IB PLC and 2 others. We have that on tap. Then the discussion around budget would also be there. I thank you, everyone who's been part of the program. Business Morning, live from Abuja yesterday and today. We'll be live to you in Lagos in the next 24 hours. So let's say good morning again tomorrow morning when we get back together, all the way from Lagos, the home of Channels Television, Nigeria's news leader. Goodbye from Lagos, everyone. Goodbye from Abuja. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow.